Yes. Now you are getting.
Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me? Thanks, Adi. Thanks, Adi, for joining in the session. Alina, Ashutosh, Gopi, Abhilasha, welcome to the Guru Talk. Manish is joining in. Looks like a lot of participants are just joining in. So we will start in exactly 2 minutes from now. Just waiting for more participants to join in. So we have Dr. Paresh with us today in our Avagma Guru Talk. So we have a lot of students who have joined in right now. Okay, let's welcome to Avagma Guru Talk. This is the second Guru Talk that we've had in this academic year, and welcome everyone to the Avagma Guru Talk for the month of November. Today's Guru Talk, we have Dr. Paresh Kariya. I hope everybody can hear me well. Please let me know in case you're not able to hear me clearly. Okay, everybody can hear me. So we have Dr. Paresh Kariya with us on today's Avagma Guru Talk for the month of November. Let me give a short introduction about Dr. Paresh Kariya before he starts with his session. So he is speaking on quality as a mindset. Quality is a mindset and not an event. And to give you a brief about Dr. Paresh Kariya, he's a senior corporate leader. And he's a director service businesses at Otis Elevator Company India Limited. So he's a senior corporate leader, a research referee, arbitrator, charter engineer, approved valuer and plant and machinery. He has more than 2 decades of extensive experience in handling business divisions, divisions like P&L of MNC, environment, health, safety and quality, customers, communication, project management, valuation and market research. His keen interest lies in understanding valuation dynamics, research methodologies, and providing support to business communities. For many years, he's been a part of the board of directors in different MNCs and has been involved in various initiatives of the AMA Research Center. He's also been associated with FIB, AIIMA, MIE, IIMM, AMA, ISTD, Rotary, JCs, and SICI. Creativity in research motivates him. He's been actively involved in corporate leadership, training, coaching, and he's been a guest faculty and an advisor to companies, entrepreneurs, and institutions. So Dr. Paresh Kariya today will be taking us through quality as a mindset, not an event topic. I'm sure this is one topic that all of us in this session would definitely look forward to getting a lot of industry knowledge and best practices and hearing Dr. Paresh Kariya talking about this. So I'm going to hand over the session to Dr. Paresh Kariya, who will take us through this session. Just a couple of key points for everybody who are logged into the session. Please do not activate your mic or your webcam. This will distract the session. And secondly, if you have any questions, it would be great if we can keep it to the last 15 minutes of the session, between 2:45 and 3 p.m. That is when Dr. Paresh would be answering all the question answers. He will be the Q&A session, and he would answer your questions. So you could type your questions into the chat box, and Dr. Paresh would be answering them at the end of the session. So I'm going to hand over the session now to Dr. Paresh Kariya, and he will take us through the topic, the GuruTalk topic. And great.
Okay, I think, thank you. Can we start now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so very good afternoon and warm welcome to everybody on Sunday afternoon. The title is really, a thought-provoking. Quality is mindset, and it should not be an event in our day-to-day company affair. I think this is the title which is, I'm sure, will inspire you, empower you, and we will just go on a presentation, and I think last we'll keep 15 minutes to interact. So next slide, if you can look at it, this is a precondition. Let's keep mind open. So definitely we can learn from each other. Next slide, if you look at, I think this is very interesting slide to set the mind in a right direction, aligned to the topic which we are going to discuss present today. And it's very interesting when I go my home and my wife only asks me 5W, what, when, where, which, why. And I as a husband always I look at her how. And my son always says, show me Papa the evidence, So this is what is the mindset we have to keep it to have a learning facilitation today. The agenda of a talk today, 40 minutes. It's already 60 minutes, but we'll try to cut short in 50. But we'll talk what is quality, who is customer, how to create mindset for customer and quality, 11 steps to build a roadmap for a quality mindset, and last closing question and answer. So what is the quality? This questions, if we ask ourselves, a lot of things come on top of mind. Maybe various meanings to various people in various contexts. Quality of work, quality of product, quality of personality, quality of food, many things. I think what is quality? Many things comes in our mind. But I would like to give a theoretical input before we take our journey. A Birchman is a great man on this quality. He has given a good definition of quality. Simple meaning, he said, ability to satisfy needs and expectations of customers for your product, maybe a goods or services. Or maybe you take simple meaning, fitness of purpose. That's a quality. Even we go further, as per ISO 9000, this definition of quality is totality of features and characteristics of a product, or you can say goods or services, and its ability to satisfy the stated and implied needs. Every word in this definition has a big meaning. Stated and implied needs, ability. So this will be a part of our further discussion on qualities mindset, how to create quality mindset. I told you, when we say what is quality, a lot of things comes on top of mind. Let's look at quality perspective. Everyone defines this quality based on their own perspective, which can be the perfection. For me, if he is doing perfect is a quality, or consistency, every time doing a good job, so he is a quality man. Or sometimes speed of delivery is also a quality. That is delivering in time. So his quality. Compliance with policies and procedures. So various perspectives, if you look at this particular presentation slide. But point number 5 in this presentation slide, doing it right the first time, every time. And this statement is really, impressive, inspiring, sometimes instigating. This statement is given by one of the quality guru. His name is Phillips Crosby. According to him, that nobody can, do the mistake. And even if there is a mistake, there can be only 2 reasons. The number 1 reason for the mistake or a quality gap is a lack of knowledge, or second reason can be ignorance or intentions. So doing it right the first time, every time is the bottom line. I think we'll try to discuss how to ingrain in our culture of our business and entrepreneurship. So various perspective if you look at. Next slide, if you look at quality perspective again, it has 2 aspects: user based, value based. Like I am a user of goods or services, my perspective of quality is fitness for my intended use. Even user based, if you look at each one of has the different needs and wants, and hence the different quality standard. And that's why a lot of marketing theory today on segmentation and niche marketing, or standardization, or customization. So that is a user-based perspective. Value-based perspective is something like value for money at competitive price. So this we have to keep in our mind when we talk to our employees, setting the mindset on quality. Again, who is customer? Debatable again, in the corporate life, but clear guidelines. There are 2 types of customer. We can differentiate external customer and internal customers. Internal customer, all of us working in the company or running the business, we know that our own team of our company is the internal customers. You can take example of various departments in the company: finance, marketing, HR, production. So they are all internal customer working for a common goal or a vision. And external customers, I think in next slide you will get the idea that who is the customers. AEIOU. Anybody who accepts your goods or services is your customer. Anybody who evaluates your goods or services is your customer. Anybody who inspects, anybody who has the ownership, or anybody who is using your goods or services is a customer. Now this is what is the big, we can say this is the core circle, which is to be a focus circle to create a quality mindset and leave away the event part. And even if you look at AEIOU, it's a multiple influence. Even if you are a marketing guy, it's a multiple influence buying behavior. That's an industrial marketing theory. Why I'm talking on a quality talk today? Because customer is the central part to create the quality mindset. So how do we create customer mindset, customer satisfaction mindset? Again, I say there are 2 dimensions. One is product, and second is defect-free goods or services. Now, even if you look at product features, it has this design aspect. Again, it has this manufacturing aspect. If you look at services, it has this timeliness, friendliness, courtesy. A lot of soft skill a part of service industry, but a lot of hard skill like technology, aesthetics, reliability, durability is all aspect of your product. So how do we balance it and create a fitness of purpose across internal customer to delight external customer? So the internal customer to external customer and that's a focus area for creating mindset for customer. That's the first requirement to sell the quality mindset. Now, why quality mindset? Valid reason, if you look at 1, 2, 3, very valid reason in today's context. Competition is driving us today. And if you ask me, this competition is driving us in the right direction. That if there is no competition, there will not be an improvement in performance or productivity, or nobody will be forced to think out of the box or bring in technology or changes in the product or designs or aesthetics. So one is competition. Second is changing customer. Today the customer is a global customer. Is no more city based or a state based or a local or India. A lot of exposures, media and all these things. So changing customer is also pushing us to have a quality mindset. Changing product mix. If you ask me, there is a lot of paradigm shift, especially the emerging market in the country like India and China. There is a shift from low volume to a high price to high volume. So these are the three compelling reasons: competition, changing customers, and changing product mix. Even we in our company, a lot of people working, I think right now listening, is working in a corporate, and we have a lot of quality trainings or quality programs or quality events like Kaizen or Six Sigma or value stream mapping, benchmarking. This is good. But if we go and ask a question, what happened after this quality programs or events or trainings? So you get a very a thin memory that we had a good program, very strong memory for first 2 days, but later on it get vanished. So what happened after the event? That's a question for introspection, and let us take a lead on this question, that how to create a mindset. Sure, this program influence, there is no disagreement, but if you go to next slide, having this program, do we have continuous improvement projects? If yes, I think this will definitely drive the quality culture to create a quality mindset. I always tell my employee or my board of directors, I always say that culture is the king. We can, our competitors can copy our product. They can copy our product design, or they can copy our product technology. They can copy our process, but they cannot copy our culture. Culture is the king. And the core part of today's talk is that how do we create a quality mindset culture? And this is the first step, that continuous improvement projects leads to a good mindset. Yes, we can create a quality mindset, I am fully convinced, and maybe we go over the presentation, the 11 steps will definitely inspire you or maybe challenge you to take it forward in respective business units where you are working. It's not an event. Quality is not an event, it's a mission. I know everybody working in a big corporate company, they have their vision statement and mission statement. So all this missionary activity, the first activity of the mission is quality mindset. This is my very, very favorite picture, and generally I share across wherever I meet up, whether it's my employee or my board of directors or anybody in a business school. If you look at the slide, the two-line statement is very inspiring. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. You put a lot of efforts, you are very confident, courageous, but without purpose and direction, no meaning. So here the purpose and direction is, how do we have a quality mindset to create a customer delight with a bottom line of improving revenues and profits. So this requires momentum, and I'm happy, pleased that today this program will definitely create a momentum, a little push in the right direction to have a big difference in our companies or the business where we are working. I always say that first impression is an everlasting impression. I repeat, the first impression is an everlasting impression. And here the quality has a big impact. Why the quality mindset as a topic today? Because it has an impact on your brand. And the brand has two aspects: your company brand and you as personal, your name tag as a brand. Because brand has a value, brand has a power. And I strongly believe you never get a second chance to create a first impression. So once you have a culture of quality mindset and anybody meet your managers or employees or supervisors or whoever from your company dealing with the customers, they can derive this from their shiny eyes. Shiny eyes are easy to recognize but difficult to create. But shiny eyes are possible provided we have a quality mindset. This is a very important part before we start the journey to change our attitude. And I think this message is for the top leadership and the middle management leadership. Never ever think that people are a problem. No, no, no. I don't think people is a problem or any issue in the company. According to me, people is not a problem, but process is a problem. Whenever you identify any mistake or a customer complaint or a product defect, generally we conclude and take it that with a claim and blame of XYZ person or a group. But if you are a right and mature or a good management, you will definitely try to look at the process and improve the process once for all, not to have that problem. Even I will tell you, to create a quality mindset, the one fundamental CCP, whenever there is a problem, you have to correct the problem. Having corrected this problem, you have to think about that what next to the same population. Then you have to take a corrective actions. And once you have taken a corrective actions for the same population or similar type of defect in your product across, you have to think about preventive actions. So correct the problem, take the corrective actions for the similar populations, and take the preventive actions that you should not have this type of the problem again and again. And this should be an integral part of your process. So this is a good input to start the journey. This slide, if you look at, is very, it's a right message to all of us that always look for what's wrong before you look who is wrong, which is supporting my message. Person is not a problem, process is a problem. So look at that aspect. This is also good input to create a journey of quality mindset, not event. Being a top man in company, for several years, a lot of people come to me that, boss, we have a problem, we need your help. But generally, we as a top man will have to think, introspect. Are they selling monkeys? Because today there is a nice sugar-coated explanation comes to a top people that, boss, we need help. And once you start helping, you realize that you are buying people's monkey and they are not doing their job. So to create a quality mindset, you have to sell this statement: are you a part of solution or a problem? A lot of people come with a general statement that, boss, our product is a problem, or our people is a problem, or our this design feature is not right. But we should encourage them to come back to us as a top leadership that what are the solutions, what are the alternatives. So create this as a first step to have quality mindset. Let's be a part of solution, not be a part of problem. Problem is good, but there should be a solution. Now this is interesting journey. I think I'm going to start a core part of today's topic: 11 steps to build a quality mindset. The first step, I always say shortcut. I can say short name, CIP, Continuous Improvement Project. So to create a constancy of purpose for a continuous improvement of your products, means goods and services, or goods or services, This should be your mission or a journey, endless, with the aim to become excellent and satisfy the customers. The customer pay our salary, so that is why the CIP, continuous improvement project. That's master key number 1, and this will engage all the employee and top leadership every day across to top quality. Point number 2, from defect detection to a defect prevention. Switch your focus. Majority of the organization, it's my general statement, don't take me personally, majority is the observation that people are focused on a defect detections, but here I am encouraging to shift a focus from defect detections to a defect prevention, and this should be an integral part of quality mindset, that how do we prevent, how do we mistake proof, and that's what I was telling you, CCP and MP. CCP means corrective actions, preventive actions, and MP means how do we mistake proof, and this is what is the defect prevention, mistake proofing. Master key 3 or step number 3, supplier as a partner. We generally deal with supplier to reduce the price. Always we use the high volume and bargaining power. That's good to optimize the cost. But let's think it other way. That can we build a partnership and take a road ahead for a long-term relationship to improve or optimize the cost, to improve the reliability of the components or parts if you are in manufacturing, improve our cooperation standards. Ultimately, it will result into quality. And this is where we have to sell the quality mindset to our supplier. And today's trend, if you are in retail or if you are in pharma, your dependency on the supplier or a vendor is very high. And this step is the integral part to make them partner of creating a quality mindset. Step 4, improvement is not confined to a product and their processes, but all across. It's not only to your product features or aesthetic, but its service is also a part of it. Everybody should be a part of this mission to realize the vision of everybody is having a quality mindset in my company. Even the smallest man who is cleaning the floor of the office is a part and partner of this journey, because in quality we have 5S. So all the functions in the organizations need to become quality conscious to deliver the quality product. Step 5, I think this is very important to create a quality mindset and not have only event as a quality program. Train the modern way. Everyone must be trained, but with the latest technology. Even I always encourage my team, to use every technology to, train our people. Even on-the-job training is also important, but train the modern way. Step number 6, supervision must change from chasing to coaching and support. Today, if you look at, we at top level, we always do follow-up to get the numbers, whatever be the numbers of selling or completing the complaints open. But why do we chase? Let's shift the culture from chasing to coaching and support. If you coach the people, support the people, you will get the good bottom line. And here the quality mindset, because the response time is a part of quality. Because I told you in the beginning, quality perspective. The Domino's is advertising across country, a pizza in 30 minutes, otherwise it is free. So if they keep on chasing, then I don't think they can be successful, but there will be a strong process, there will be a strong culture to deliver and take this challenge. So chasing to coaching and support is the step 6. Step 7, drive out fear and encourage two-way communication. I think this is very important and integral part of the top management. We have to drive out a fear, open forum. Maybe you have to go step down and talk to every level. And I always say management should be responsible for the fault of the organization or environment. People is not a problem, I'm telling you. The process is always a problem. We should encourage. Even I'm telling you, Japanese ways, every day morning when they start their day, the 5 minutes ritual in Japan is very, very inspiring. You know, they talk full day what they will do in 5 minutes, and the quality is always in the top of mind. Step number 8, remove barriers between the departments. If you are working in a big company or a mid-sized company, there are silos. The silos means finance department, HR department. But to create this bottom line or quality mindset, we have to break these barriers among and let people work together as a team with a common goal, objective to realize the vision of the company, mission of the company, and prevent problems and focus on a process improvement. And this is possible. I think a lot of companies, their HR is very active to build a good teamwork. There are cross-functional team projects, which are the good examples to contribute companies' ROI, return on investment, or profit margin. So I think this is also part of the quality mindset culture. Point number 9 is very, very interesting here, that unless and until the top management endorse the quality mindset culture, nothing will happen. So bottom line, that top management will and need to publish the permanent commitment to the continuous improvement of the quality and productivity. We see a lot of companies with ISO tag. We see a lot of companies, they have a lot of Six Sigma black belt. Good. But are they really walking the talk? The walking the talk here is very important. The top man, the top leadership push is very, very important. If you as a top man always talk revenue and profit and not focusing on the quality aspect, you will have good days now, but you can't guarantee the future. I told you earlier that quality has impact on your brand. Even I was asking one question when I was taking a lecture in IIM Ahmedabad, and this was a very interesting question. I said, "Do you know Mr. Ajay Sharma?" So all stalwart student looked at me and he said, "Who is he? Can you tell me the brief?" I said, "Yes, Ajay Sharma is a top man in one of the MNC. He has read thousands of the books. He is the best corporate guy, very famous. Do you know anything about Ajay?" And people started guessing. But nobody could recognize who is Mr. Ajay Sharma. And then later on I asked one simple question, that, "Do you know Mr. Ratan Tata?" So almost all the hands were up that, "Sir, we know." And they also recognized that he is a great man, well-known industrialist, very ethical person. So I said, "You don't know Ajay Sharma? He is very famous." Then I asked that, "Okay, do you know another personality?" I said, "Do you know Shah Rukh Khan?" Everybody raised the hand. Then again I asked a question, "You don't know Ajay Sharma? He is very famous." So my bottom line message was here that Ajay Sharma is still not popular. Let me ask you, upfront one question. I told them, "Let me ask you upfront one question." I said, "I will start with a tagline and you have to complete." And I said, "Okay, let's start. I will say the tagline and you complete." And I said loudly, "Thanda means," and they fill in the blank immediately, "Coca-Cola." So my point here is that this is what is the impact of quality on your brand, company brand, and you as a personal brand. Wherever you are working in the company, I think this should be non-negotiable. If company is taking any shortcut on quality, now quality perspective, I told you, don't encourage even the top management and middle management to take a shortcut. It should be a non-negotiable to build up a culture. Some company, they publish their quality policy. Some example I have given here. Continuous improvement. Each word in the quality policy has a meaning, and each word written in the quality policy should be linked with walking the talk. Means there should be some actions, activities, and that activities or programs should be continuous to have a quality culture and mindset. Master key or step number 10. Do quality events, but with objective. Quality event with objectives. Some example: zero defect day. For, let's say, take example for a manufacturing, or maybe you can take it, apply in service industry also, zero defect day. Cycle time reductions, like you have some manufacturing cycle time or service delivery cycle time, or some goal setting for a short term, medium term, or a long term. Or you must have some program that how do we mistake proof X, Y, Z part of our product or our services. Recognition program. I always tell my company and my employee that the person who are recognized, rewarded, you get the reputations. What you get, what you reward, it get repeated. So recognize to have this culture and mindset. Let us have some councils on quality councils in the company. So events with objective is a step forward, way forward to create a quality mindset. Now this is very interesting, or last step. How do we create a quality revolution? Answer is very simple. The customer centric, customer first in everything we do. Put the customer first. Listen actively to all the stakeholders. Now stakeholder is not only customers, you know that. Stakeholders are your shareholders, your employees, your customers, government, all the stakeholders. Invest in people, the training, education and recruitment. The strength of your company or strength of your team is the strength of the weakest link. So people, very important aspect to run through to achieve the quality mindset in the company. Openly reward, recognize and support productivity, innovations, out-of-box thinking. Even openly support the failures where people have tried to improve. Failures are part of life, but that failure should not be a stopping block. It should be a stepping block across the company. Encourage them to take more risk, calculated risk. Involve everybody in everything at all the times. I told you it should not be limited to a top group or a middle group. It should be a company-wide mission to create a quality revolution, quality mindset. I know all this 1 to 11 step, talking is easy, but having said that, walk the talk. We will also talk further on that, but it's very important. Before I say walk the talk, I know online this game you can play with me. I'm giving you 3 minutes to read this 2 paragraphs and give me your answer. Maybe you can type in your answer in this thing, and then we'll conclude. Are you all right? Okay, so read this 2 paragraph. Okay, so first answer is 139. 139, second from Mr. Pandey. One more answer, 139, 139. 39 plus 22 is 61, right? 40, 50, 61 is great. Okay, 117 is one more answer. Everybody will want to participate. 3 minutes, I am sure, sufficient. And this 117, okay. Alpesh is 117. Jayanta 139. 139, Ratnesh. Even I'm giving you 1 more minute because think now. Think the other way also. 161, okay. $161, okay. Wow, different answer. Even if you look at paragraph, let us take a call. You just take a pause and think. Let us say there is no shopkeeper number 2. See, if you look at 2 paragraph, young lady buying photo frame, shopkeeper 1 going to shopkeeper 2. But let us assume that he is not going to shopkeeper 2 and the transaction is between lady and this. What will be the answer? Okay. Kiranjit is changing. You can change your answer. I am okay. Raj is selling 78. Bhakti 61. Virendra 61. Aditya 178. Anybody wants to change the answer? Is I'm okay. ADI to everyone 61. Okay. Okay. Let's stop this exercise. But take 2 things. Let's introspect. You know why different answer? Two simple paragraph. A lot of answer came 161, 139, 78, 178, 61, 117. So this is what I wanted to tell you guys, that 2 paragraph, simple English, different answer. And this is what I want to say, that it's a perception and perception differs. When you go back to your company and you say, okay, I want to create a quality mindset, and people will say quality mindset means 161. Somebody say no, 117. Somebody say no, 61. Somebody say 178. So here the real task as a top man or as a leadership, thoughtful leadership, you have to drive with the fact. You have to drive with the fact. And when you go back home today or after this program, you do a real role play of this 2 paragraph and you will get the right answer. The right answer is 61. But I will not give that right now. But right answer is 61. But this is what, if you do a practical, you will come to know. Okay. So can we proceed further? Before I go further and tell you, I would like to share some of my personal note. That quality is a state of mind, and building a quality into our solution, a corporate solution, it should be an integral part of our business process. Quality, integral part of our business process. Companies with a quality mindset recognize that if you do not improve, you deteriorate. And team members need to take ownership of the products, means goods and services, and ensure that are of the highest quality from very beginning. In institutionalize this approach, everyone involved has a role to play to create quality mindset. That's why I played this game with you, that never ever be in the perception zone, because quality, according to me, is the real subject, a factual subject, and that's why I said that do it right first time, all the time is possible. So the involvement of senior management, regular CTQ trend review, critical to quality review, with performance, rewards, recognize, even penalize in such a way that they get inspired to raise the standard of the company. Even line personnel, let's have a regular plotting and the review on this subject. let us be a change agent, because generally we fight with the changes, or sometimes after fighting we adapt our, we accept the change. But no, here I would like to take everybody on a right mission today, that let's be a change agent in our organization or in our business to create a quality mindset, not limit the quality event. Let's take event to mindset. If you go further, I strongly believe in CBA. CBA is very, very important at our level as a thoughtful leader, that conceive, believe, achieve. I repeat, conceive, believe, achieve. Possible to create a quality mindset. If you conceive that and if you believe that, I am sure we all can achieve the quality mindset culture in our organization, our business. And before I end up my input, I would like to say 3 big thank you to each one of you. Thank you, and wish all of you a landmark success in your journey of continuous learning, a journey to create an impact in your business organizations. Right? Now I just request for a question time.
This is Nisha here, Dr. Paresh. Sir, thank you very much. So guys, if you have any questions, you can type it into the chat box, and sir will be able to answer those questions for you. We'll just give it a couple of minutes while you take time to, yeah, Alpesh has a question, sir, so I'll give the mic back to you, sir.
Okay, the question from Alpesh. Quality is top of the table, then why product fails? I think, Alpesh, I appreciate for your question. It's a hard reality or a factual questions. Now here I say that the remark for this product failure, the first remark from my side is CCP. If you find any problem in the product, are you correcting it? If you are correcting it only for one customer, then you are not taking any learning lessons. So if you take corrective actions for the same populations, then you are okay, good company. But the real good and mature company is taking a preventive steps. That okay, this problem happened, corrected for that complaint, corrected for all the population, and now we have taken preventive actions. So this should not happen again. And this is the gate number 1 to prevent the product failures. Even I encourage each one of you in your business to apply the passport system. Passport system means before you launch any product, there is a journey of product launch, and that passport is various steps. But last two steps are very important. The last 2 steps, the second last step is the pilot, and the last stage is the launching of the product. So pilot review should be very, very critical. Even when your product starts the journey in the market, at least for 1 year, you should closely watch the product performance. And I told you in this discussion that you should not be doing the inspection for the product defect. You should be proactive, that what are the areas we can take a proactive steps to mistake-proof the probability of some of the failures. According to me, every part counts. So this is my brief input, but I'm sure it will give you a direction. Thank you. Okay, Sunil, I think good question. Quality is a state of mind, and I will explain. My first support to state of mind is the puzzle we played. When you are a leader in corporate or you are a team player in a corporate, the alignment of a state of mind among the team is the first challenge. And I fully endorse that quality is a state of mind. The reason I will tell you. The first reason I will tell you that whenever you are dealing with your customers, or customers can be internal or external, and if you have a behavior of something happens and you say, okay, it's practical, this type of problem happens, but unless and until you apply every problem, the RRCA, my short form RRCA means relentless root cause analysis, then this state of mind will not come. So I think RRCA is the first selling tool to create a state of mind. But I strongly endorse that quality is a state of mind. Each one of us must have the quality state of mind. Quality, again, different perspective I told you. Sometimes the perspective is delivery. Sometimes perspective is a soft skill. Sometimes the perspective is the defect-free product. But this is a journey. We have to keep on selling. But the first journey starts with all of us, that we must have a state of mind challenging every problem as an opportunity, whether it is a product defect or a service delivery failure, whatever. I think that we have to continue. So this is my input. I'm sure this will satisfy your question. Thank you. Yeah, I think, Arvind, do you mean competency? If you remember, I told you that do it first time, all the time. Do it right first time, all the time, every time. I do endorse first competency is very, very important, because people make mistakes or commit mistakes. There can be two reasons. Number one is lack of knowledge. Number two is ignorant or intentions. So lack of knowledge is integral part of competency building, and that's why I said quality event, quality program, continuous journey on creating a quality mindset. Thank you, Arvind. I think this should satisfy your question. Thank you, Arvind. Oh, great question, Asutosh. I think really great question. I think Asutosh, I'll first tell you. I'm a researcher. I have done my first PhD and I'm doing my second PhD. And journey is, the first step of the journey is conceiving is the right step. And if you conceive wrongly, yes, you are nowhere near to that. But my input to you, conceiving rightly. When you are in doubt, I think you always consult the expert or the person who is having a more knowledge or who is having a great network or bigger network than you. I had many challenges, or I can say many failures in my personal journey, conceiving wrongly, and then later on I failed it. But whenever I conceived rightly, endorsed with my belief, I have achieved it. But I do agree, conceiving rightly. But I can tell one more input. Whenever you have any challenge on conceiving, do apply certain important questions. What is the object? What is the defect? Where? When? How big? All these things. I told you 5W, 1H, 1S to satisfy your first journey, and then network with some expert. And I'm sure you will get the right journey. But Ashutosh, good question. Alpesh, your question is also interesting. I repeat your question, Alpesh. Quality are in terms of R&D, innovation, technology, etc. Businessmen have a sufficient capital, then also fails in the business. But first part of your questions, quality are in terms of R&D, innovation, technology. I think quality, I told you, it's in totality. R&D is part of it, innovation part of it, technology is also part of it. I told you, lot of perspective. But whichever playground you are, like if you are in playground of marketing, so for you quality is customer response or customer service or timely proposal, follow up after getting the order. That is your quality standard. But if you are in R&D, you have your timeline to give a research and development, to contribute to the bottom line of the company, or to contribute to the need of the customer, or technology. Yes, you are in existing technology and you want to take a, you are investing to upgrade. So it's your playground, and quality is in totality, I can say. It's not restricted to a one or two area. I'm sure Alpesh, this will satisfy your question. Okay. From Mr. Pandey, when quality at every step is taken care of, then it will affect price, but Indian general people thinking it's still economical products, then what about quality? Very, very good answer. I think that is why the Philip Kotler, the marketing guru, I think is my guru, I have done masters in marketing. Philip Kotler has given a theory of segmentation. And he is also giving a theory of mass marketing and customization. So quality play field is depend upon your customer segment. If your customer segment is very, very low price, then you give the conformance to the requirement. See, if I am a high class, top class customer, my conformance to requirement is very high, then you have to invest additional specification to get this quality. But the customer who is only price conscious, then for him the quality is minimum standard, and that is why you watch the market. If you look at automobile industry, the Alto car may not be the right quality for you, but maybe a right quality for my daughter. You got my point. So I do agree with your question, but it's conformance to the requirement. According to that, you have to put your quality in that product or services. Wow, this is a very good question. I think it's everything, I can say. It's like, when we study our management is art and science, right? So quality derives from experience, yes, but it derives more from the exposure. I think more you get the exposure, you imbibe the quality mindset. If you ask me, I'm in the corporate for almost 23 years, but I have traveled in different chairs, and I traveled a different continent of the globe. So exposure is solid, and that drives me to a quality mindset. But I do agree, it derives from the experience. You can add exposure. I think don't sit on the same chair more than 2 years. If you are on a same chair for 20 years, then your experience is only 2 years. 20 years same job, but your experience I count is only 2 years. But the same, but maybe different chair, different department, your exposure is very big. I'm sure this will give you a input what I want to convey. Thanks, Arvind. Okay, Kiranjit, I will read your question. Is the term quality equal to economic condition of a country? If you ask me, answer comes no. It's not economic condition of the country. India's impression is much better than other countries like China and other small countries. Even in India, we have a lot of good quality products available. Yes, economic condition of the country do impact on various standard of your product, like segmentation, but not in general that economic condition of the country. What you need to say, it does a country's economy play some part in imparting quality product to the consumer? Yes. I think second part of your question, I can say it's again a corporate drive first and then pushed by the government. But having said that, I always say that we being a very, very responsible citizen or a citizen of a corporate or a business, I think it is our first job to drive this quality mindset across. And now quality mindset, I'm sure you are getting the perspective. Thanks, Kiranjit, good question. Okay, Aditya, Aditya question, what is the bigger challenge? Maintaining the current quality or improving on existing quality of product? I think this is a practical question. The first aspect of your question is maintaining the current quality. I think we should upgrade this objective to improve the quality directly. Here the company-wide movement, company-wide mission to catch the escape in our product or services, or maybe I told you in one of the 11 steps, the continuous project in the company based on customer feedback. That's a gateway number one to maintain or improve the existing quality product. But to keep this gateway open all the time, 24/7, the people is very, very important. So we have to invest in people, building the culture. And I told you culture is the key. And that's the objective was to today, to imbibe this culture across wherever we are working today. But good question. Okay, Gopi, your question. Good question. How to balance quality and the cost of maintaining continuous quality in any organization? Gopi, I used to read a book, and the title of the book was "Quality is Free." And while reading this book, I learned one good aspect in this quality is free, that when you are quality focused. Now quality is defect prevention, improvement in the service standard like response time, or reduction in the cycle time of your service delivery, or reduction in the manufacturing time of your component. All this reduction will definitely improve performance and productivity, and will definitely give you a cost optimization or cost reduction. So I can say quality is the master key to improve the profit margin and reduce the cost. So quality gives a benefit to the customer and the company. To customer, the better price, and company better margin. But again, it's a mindset. If our mindset or our purpose and direction is on optimizing the cost or reviewing the product features which we are giving, which is customers say, I don't want this, but you can review other way, or applying some value engineering, or having some value stream mapping event to reduce the cycle time. I'm sure, I think if you go into this journey, I think it will be cost optimizer and profit booster. Thanks, Gopi, for your question. I think you will get the idea. Coming to Alpesh, your question. Sir, as business is now go on global, since our customer feels products should be economical, then how to manage and maintain the quality? I think you got some input which I was sharing with Gopi. Lot of event with purpose and direction to optimize the cost, and couple of steps I have shared in 1 to 11 will be definitely a good input to realize the journey what you are asking to manage and maintain the quality. Okay, from Arindam, quality of any person gets deteriorate if that person does not have any exposure. Your reaction? Now, I always say that this question, the answer is you and me. Maybe the finger comes to you and finger comes to me, that if I don't get exposure, do I mean that I will not have a improvement? I always say that even if your company don't give you an opportunity or exposure, I think we are potentially talented guy. We should look out for the exposure, various programs happening in the company or outside the company. Maybe my personal example, no point of time my company sponsored me for a Six Sigma Black Belt or a lead auditor course in ISO. Nowhere my company sponsored me to go for a higher education. Where I am in journey today, since last 23 years in my company, where I joined company was simply BE Mechanical. Then I took out some time and did a MBA in marketing, then PhD in service sector, second PhD, and then even I took some time off and traveled some country, and then I become a very, very important part of my company. And then company started realizing that, oh, you have good exposure, let us give you more exposure. So I think answer is you and me. challenge the challenge and improve on the exposure. Okay, now coming to 1 minute. Jayanta Roy, your question. Sir, in the present business scenario, customer want quality product in economical price. How it can be balanced? I think your question is good, Jayanta. But I told you that quality always optimize the cost and improve the margin. But having said that, to walk this talk, we have to also think about marketing aspect, the value selling. Are we really selling the value of our product? Because again, I am telling you, the economical price or a reasonable price is again a perception journey. Sometimes people think that your product worth only 61, but it can be 178 or 139, the way we play the puzzle. So value selling, integral part of marketing and communication. That's why I said break the barriers in the company to be successful. If all the departments put hands together, I think this journey is very simple. But tagline and the confidence that your culture is quality focus, no defect, everything you are doing right first time, all the time, and I'm sure you can bring the better price. Thanks, Jayanta. Good question.
This is Nisha here. So since we are almost ending close to the end of the session, I would like to say that any more questions, guys, you can send an email to me and I can get it answered if Dr. Paresh is available, and if he can, we can probably we could do that. But because we have to end the session right now, you could keep your questions and email it to me, and we'll take it from there. Is that okay, Doctor?
Take 1 minute. I think last question, let me answer. Is it okay?
Alpesh is okay, yes, sir.
Okay, last question. I think Alpesh, for your point of view, how you tolerate a setback means negative setback. I think simple answer. I think you have to walk the talk, or maybe integral part of. I think first part of this question answer is always keep cool. Keep cool. It's telling easy, but you have to really keep cool. Whenever there is negative things comes in front of you, always apply the principle number 1. Process is a problem, person is not a problem. So look at process aspect. Control your tongue. Your tongue is very, very important part of your corporate journey. Speak less, listen more, understand, understood. I repeat, understand, understood. First you understand, verify that you rightly understand. So understand, understood. And if you have this part of toolbox with you, I think you can manage any challenge in your corporate journey. Even I encourage each one of you to read my favorite book, Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Another book of Stephen Covey is Put First Thing First. I think these 2 books will be a great input to a corporate leader, whoever is on this online discussion. I think with this I say big thank you, but I think your proceedings, please proceed with this.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Just that we'll have to get on to a next session, which is scheduled at 3:30. That's why. So thank you very much, Dr. Paresh, for sharing great inputs, I would say, and I'm sure all the participants really not only enjoyed the session, but they have a lot of takeaways from the session that they can go back and apply at work. And quality, personally, is one of the most important things that I feel is necessary for a business, and to be a step ahead in terms of other businesses, or all types of businesses. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of Avagma for being here on the session and talking to our students about this topic. Sir, thank you very much, and we appreciate the time that you've spent with us, sir.
Okay. So my big thank you note to all of you, and I do encourage, my email ID is with all of you. Keep in touch if you need anything. Big thank you, thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
So I disconnect the line now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.